So with a flat grind, it's really not great for woodworking compared to a scandi, but it's not impossible to make something. I'm working on a shell spoon right now, just for fun. I've never really done that much with it. But the idea is you have a piece of wood that you put a little wedge in, and then you take a shell and you can take your wedge out like that and you've got a spoon. So I usually leave a little bit more material right in here, a place I don't want to split more, and then I'll thin it out. And I've only made like 4 or 5 ever, so I just figured I'd practice a little more. I couldn't really find the perfect shell for today, but this almost looks like a spoon, and I'm using that Green River to do it. The thing that's complicated is normally with a scandi here on this harder piece of wood, it would require less effort. And I'm cutting towards myself, but these are controlled cuts. The blade is a little bit longer on this Green River, so cutting towards yourself, there's just a better chance that something could slip and happen. I'm not putting so much power into it because it's not a dull blade. It's a fairly sharp blade. And I'm just skimming the wood. I'm not trying to get super deep gouges out of this wood either. If I was, that would also increase the risk that I would cut myself. I have several layers on, which helps a lot. It's pretty cold out, actually. This would be a lot more effective with a scandi, at least for this portion right here. If just that much of it was scandi, the rest of it would not really be a problem for me. Kind of like the Bear Force Knives multi-grind that I have, the simple multi-grind knife. Or now there's looking to be the Snake Eater design coming out, which has some similar lines. Okay. So my friend over at Junkyard Fox has got an awesome channel. Please go subscribe to his stuff. He's got really entertaining content. He's down south. It's just a completely different context for bushcraft. That's why I like watching his channel, is it is so different than mine. But he recommended this, and so I want you guys to go subscribe to Junkyard Fox. He's got an awesome channel. I'm so entertained. I learn a lot of stuff. I just think it's cool. Culturally, it's very cool just to see the differences, but he recommends this blade. He's got some other blades with similar designs, and I think you should give his channel a subscription. You should watch his stuff and maybe learn a little bit about it too. Maybe try out one of these blades. They're super cheap. I think they're like 25 bucks on Amazon, and I was able to still come up with this. Let's see if I can get her to focus. Still able to come up with this kind of basic design of a shell spoon, and I'll do more in the future with things like this. I'm going to try to find a better shell and a better piece of wood, and I'll make it pretty the way I do with all the other spoons that I make. But I'm actually surprised at the capability of this blade. It was easier and better than I thought, and I bet you when it comes to other bushcraft tasks like a little bit of light splitting and feather sticking, maybe some fishing here pretty soon, I bet you this does really well, and I'm excited to try that out. Right now, I need to go finish a bow drill set.